Present here. Firstly, my hearty congratulations to all the rankers and their proud parents. Without taking much of your time, I would just like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Mahesh Bhagwat sir by narrating just two incidents. Even the night before my interview, I had a few doubts which I had to get cleared, and sir was always available for me. I've said this before also that sir is only a text away for me. Every time I needed help, sir has acted as a mentor and a guiding force. Thank you so much, sir, for all your help and attention. I understand you're very busy still. You always make the effort to take some time out for aspirants. Thanks a lot for that. Thank you. From my home only, from Hyderabad, and I studied at a study hall nearby my home. With regards to improvement in my rank, I'm surprised because the strategy, the notes and the approach has been pretty much the same. Only that I took sir's guidance during interview this time, whereas last year I couldn't get in touch with sir because I was based in Delhi then because I was doing a job there. Other than that, I guess I could improve in my optional even though I'm waiting for scores to come out, but the way I approached my optional paper was also a bit different this time. I went with the flow and I wrote all the things that I learned from different GS papers as well, rather than just sticking to my optional knowledge. Thank you, sir.
In fact, I deem it my great privilege and honor to be able to speak from this dais with such stalwarts. I express my gratitude to former Home Secretary Padmanabha Igaru. Sir, you have been an inspiration all through. I have heard of you even from childhood. So, and also my thanks to Rachakonda Police Commissioner Mahesh Bhagwat sir, who has always guided me throughout preparation and especially in interview stage. And my thanks also to Sadhu Narasimha Reddy sir for gracing this occasion. And in fact, I feel so happy for meeting all of you for the first time. It feels very great to be here. And regarding preparation, I approached sir, Mahesh Bhagwat sir, and sir took his time out of his busy schedule to give me questions on my DAP. In fact, he dictated more than 200 questions at a stretch for more than 2 hours. I made a note of it, and also, fortunately, all through my interview, it went on my DAP. And much of the questions which we discussed have come in my interview, sir, and I was also able to answer them quite confidently. Satyavati Madam board, sir, I was the first one to go, and my interview was on the last day. So I finished my interview on 30th July, and result came on August 4th. So it felt very happy to be here, and with regard to my preparation, I wrote mains in 2018 also, but the reason why I'm able to get this 76th rank, I feel it's because I improved my answer writing strategy, especially in mains. I spent I resigned from my job in TCS in 2018. I worked there for 4 years after my graduation, sir. So, and then I spent all through this time in study hall. I used to live in Kondapur, sir, Gachibowli, and I used to travel every day in my car from Gachibowli to RTC Crossroads every day from morning, and I used to go home at 10 o'clock at night. So I had done nothing except being in study hall. I did not take even Saturday and Sunday. So, and it was also my dream of my father to be in the service, sir. My father worked as assistant director in Labour Bureau, and unfortunately he passed away in 2014. I'm the only child of my parents, and it feels me very happy to make my mom very proud. So, and thank you for being part of this.
I remember actually his father works in the labor.
Good morning, sirs, on the stage. I am Katta Ravi Teja, and I have graduated from IIT Delhi in the year 2017, and I am currently working in the Indian Postal Service. This year I secured rank 77, and so I really thank Padmanabhaya sir for coming to this occasion and gracing it. Sir, I heard your name 9 years back exactly when my sister was joining a civils preparation institute and you were the dean then. So then my father said, "Chala pedda manishira ayina okappudu home secretary unde." So that's when I heard your name first, and even during the process I've been hearing your name, and when I saw your career it was a really illustrious one, sir. And we will try to follow your footsteps. And coming to the occasion, I would like to congratulate all the toppers and their parents here, because even more the parents than toppers, because I know what effort it takes from the parents side also to get this rank. And my parents are also here, Sri Katta Ramanaya, my father, and Prasuna, my mother. Without them it wouldn't have been possible, definitely. అండ్ అంటే పేరెంట్స్ చాలా స్ట్రగుల్ అవుతారండి, అంటే సాక్రిఫైసెస్ కానీ వాళ్ళు చేసే ఎఫర్ట్స్ కానీ మన కోసం. ఐ మీన్ దట్ ఈస్ I'm really grateful for that, for having such good parents for me. And even during the process also there will be many stages where you are in sometimes you're depressed, or sometimes there is lack of hope and despair, but it is during those times that my parents and my friends and family have helped me. So I'm really thankful for that. And so coming to the preparation process, so I have taken coaching in Vajiram and Ravi after my graduation, and then in the year 2018 I could get 349 rank, and I was in the Indian Postal Service, and this time I got rank 77. And so during the interview process also Mahesh Bhagwat sir and Sadhu Narasimha sir were constantly in touch with the aspirants. And it's not just the information, sir, it's not just the it's not just the preparation that we learned from you, it's also the kind of dedication that you show towards the aspirants, and their preparation is more important than the preparation itself. That's what I've learned from you. And I'm sure all of us here will try to take inspiration from you, your career, and will try to follow your footsteps, sir. And just before concluding, I would like to say, even to the aspirants who are watching this, that this is a very tedious process, it's a very long process, and so you need patience, you need hard work, you need perseverance to crack this exam. But one thing I would like to suggest is always maintain the curiosity, because there is a lot of information that you learn through this process. So if you maintain the curiosity, then definitely you will succeed one day. Thank you, and stay safe, everyone.
All the distinguished chief guests here, Padma Bhushan Padmanabhaya garu, Mahesh Bhagwat sir garu, Sadhu Narasimha garu, and all the fellow aspirants, and to all the selected candidates and all the parents here, a very good morning. And I feel really happy to have secured this rank. I have secured 1 or 3 rank this year, and I have graduated in 2014 as a computer science engineer, and I have a slightly different background. I come from a cricketing background. So this has been my 4th attempt, and in the first 3 attempts I haven't cleared prelims. So I would like to thank Mahesh Bhagwat Sir Garu for all the support that he has given me during the interview preparation. I still remember I had come to him and discussed my DAF, and he has always been there whenever I had a doubt or anything. He used to immediately call me and give his insights on that. And Sir Padmanabhaya Garu, your life has been an inspiration for me. Since this is a long process, I always used to look up to the bureaucrats and their service and their life experiences. So it has been an inspiration to me. And Mahesh Bhagwat sir, the kind of support that he has given to all the aspirants despite being busy. So very grateful to each and every mentor that has helped me in this preparation. And to all the selected candidates, many congratulations to each and everyone. Thank you so much.
Good morning, sirs. Good morning, everyone. Firstly, heartfelt congratulations to everyone who secured the ranks. And regarding the preparation and the guidance, I am really grateful to Mahesh Bhagwat sir, who have been really helpful in the times of need. And also, coming to the preparation, it's been my second attempt. So in first attempt, I didn't clear prelims itself. Regarding in the second attempt, what changed me to secure the rank is the guidance, sir. So that guidance actually helped me to make it smart, make the hard work more smart enough. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for everything, sir. Thank you.
So, good morning, sirs, and good morning, madam. First of all, I would like to congratulate everyone and also share this immense honor and privilege to speak at a dais where it's been shared with such respected sirs. And so myself, K. Prem Sagar. So this is my second attempt, and I was able to secure 170 this year. And I would like to first of all thank Mahesh Bhagwat sir, because I used to always surprised. I will surprise whenever I see WhatsApp, because there were many information which we don't find usually, but sir was able to share. So on this occasion, I would like to ask sir like how he was able to get this time out and how he was able to share the information which we usually don't find in the internet as well. So that is one thing I would like to ask him, and I would like to thank sir for this wonderful encouragement for the aspirants. And also the other thing, while I was watching the video, that just clicked my mind. One of the ranker has told, like, even though you are busy with your work and service, still you can find time, like still you can help others. So this is something which we can take inspiration from sir, and I hope every one of us does the same. So regarding the preparation strategy, the main one factor that helped me is identify the mistakes and rectifying. So we as humans, we all make mistakes, but it is important for us to identify them and rectify them as soon as possible. So that's the difference that made me to crack the civil services in my second attempt, because in first attempt also I've made many mistakes. For example, I was very poor with my time management. In first attempt, I was able to attempt only 17 questions of 20 in 3 hours. So that's when I have discovered two things. One, I did a mistake of not practicing enough tests. Second thing, I took it as a positive thing. If I was able to miss the cutoff just 20 marks because of not able to write 3 questions, then I was sure that next attempt I will be able to crack it. So you always have to have a positive attitude towards your scores or results. So only then we can work better. And second thing, always identify the mistake in each and every test, even in your life as well, and then try to improve yourself. So that's the only message I would like to convey. And on this occasion, I would like to congratulate every ranker, and I would like to thank you, sir, and everyone here. Thank you, sir.
On the dais. Good morning, sir. I feel it as a privilege to stand in front of such senior bureaucrats and senior ex-civil servants అంటే ఒక నార్మల్ ఫ్యామిలీ నుంచి వచ్చి స్టాండింగ్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ సమ్మన్ లైక్ పద్మనాభయ్య గారు, ఇట్స్ రియల్లీ ఆనర్డ్. అంటే ఎప్పుడు పోలీస్ కమిటీ రిఫార్మ్స్ మీద పద్మనాభయ్య కమిటీ సార్, పద్మనాభయ్య కమిటీ రిఫార్మ్స్ అని చదవాలి, కానీ డైరెక్ట్లీ సీయింగ్ హిమ్ లైవ్ టుడే అండ్ గెటింగ్ హిస్ బ్లెస్సింగ్స్ ఇస్ రియల్లీ అన్ ఆనర్ ఫర్ మీ. అండ్ మహేష్ భగవత్ సార్ గురించి ఇదేంటి, వెన్ ఐ అంటే ఒక కమిషనర్ స్థాయి వ్యక్తిని అప్రోచ్ అవ్వాలంటేనే ఐ ఫెల్ట్ ఇట్ వాజ్ రియల్లీ డిఫికల్ట్. కానీ వెన్ ఐ అప్రోచ్ సార్ డైరెక్ట్లీ గేవ్ మీ హిస్ నెంబర్ అండ్ ఈవెన్ ఫర్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ మాట్లాడారంటే ఆన్ ఫోన్. ఐ వాజ్ ఇన్ ఢిల్లీ, సో ఐ వాజ్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ ఇన్ ఢిల్లీ. సో అలా హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ మాట్లాడారంటే ఐ ఫెల్ట్ రియల్లీ వెరీ హ్యాపీ బికాస్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ జస్ట్ అబౌట్ ది ఎండ్ రిజల్ట్, బట్ ఈవెన్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద ప్రాసెస్ వెన్ సచ్ పీపుల్ make out time for us and really inspire us to do public service. So that was also main reason for me to I was really inspired that day. Thank you very much sir for that. And regarding to preparation, this is my first attempt. I prepared in Delhi and I've not taken any coaching for general studies, but I've taken coaching for my optional political science and international relations from Subramanian Institute. Really, during the entire interview process also there were many confusions and many doubts, and then sir meer ichina links gaani avanni and even the DAP discussion as it is, I could say directly it was in the same format. Ante ee board ela adugutaru ani cheppesi correct ade way lo adigaru, sir cheppina way lo same way direct my final interview is also on the final way. I'm really thankful to you sir, and finally I missed this, but a hearty congratulations to everyone. I hope we have a great career with great blessings from them. Thank you.
తల్లిదండ్రులను తలుచుకుంటూ, జీవిత పాఠాలు నేర్పిన గురువులను గుర్తు చేసుకుంటూ, భరతమాత యొక్క గొప్పతనాన్ని తెలియజేసిన చదువు తల్లి సరస్వతీదేవిని స్మరించుకుంటూ, ఉన్నత శిఖరాలు అధిరోహించి ఈ వేదికను అలంకరించిన పెద్దలని నమస్కరిస్తూ ఇటీవల విజయం సాధించిన మీ అందరికీ అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. పద్మభూషణుడైన పద్మనాభయ్య గారు ఏ శాఖకు వెళ్తే ఆ శాఖలో తమదైన అద్వితీయమైన ముద్ర వేసుకొని అనేక మంది ఐఏఎస్ ఐపీఎస్ అధికారులకి ఆదర్శంగా నిలిచారు. ఆ మహోన్నతమైన వ్యక్తి ముందు మాట్లాడే అవకాశం దొరకటం నా పూర్వజన్మ సుకృతంగా నేను భావిస్తున్నాను. సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యే తెలుగు యువతకి చేదోడు ఆదోడుగా ఉంటూ ఐటీసీఎస్ఏ వ్యవస్థాపక అధ్యక్షులు శ్రీ సాధు నరసింహారెడ్డి గారికి ఎల్లప్పుడూ నేను కృతజ్ఞుడిని. వారు అందించే సేవలకి, నాకు వారు అందించిన సహకారానికి. మాది సూర్యాపేట జిల్లా హుజూర్ నగర్ అండి. మా అమ్మ నాన్న ఇద్దరు కూడా విద్యుత్ శాఖలో బిల్ కలెక్టర్గా చేరారు. మా సర్కిల్ మొత్తంలో హైయెస్ట్ ర్యాంక్ ఆఫీసర్ ఒక సబ్ ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ పోలీస్. బహుశా అందుకేనేమో నా ఈ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ లక్ష్యం వైపు చూసినప్పుడు మొదట్లో చాలా భయం వేసేది. కొన్ని వేల మెట్ల దూరంలో ఉంది నా లక్ష్యం. అందుకే ముందు మెట్టు మాత్రమే చూస్తూ ఎక్కా. ఈరోజు లక్ష్యం సాధించి ఒక్కసారి వెనక్కి తిరిగి చూస్తే ప్రతి మెట్టు మీద రక్తపు మరకలు కనపడుతున్నాయి. ఆ రక్తం నాది కాదు, నా కాళ్ళ కింద నలిగిపోయిన కష్టాలవి. నా కష్టాల్ని నేను అధిగమించి నేను ఈరోజు ఈడ నిలబడ్డాను అంటే మా తల్లిదండ్రులు, నా మిత్రులు, మా గురువులు, అనేక మంది మహేష్ భగవత్ సార్ లాంటి మహానుభావులు నాకు అందించిన స్ఫూర్తి అని నేను చెప్పగలను. అందుకే వారికి నేను ఎల్లప్పుడూ రుణపడి ఉంటా. మీ అందరినీ చూస్తే నాకు చాలా సంతోషం వేస్తుందండి. ఎందుకంటే చాలామంది మీలో మీ జిల్లాల నుంచి మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా సివిల్ సాధించడమే కాకుండా మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా మీ జిల్లాల నుంచి ఐఏఎస్ కాబోతున్నారు. ఇది ఎందరో యువతకి స్ఫూర్తిగా నిలుస్తుందని నేను అనుకుంటాను. సంబడీ హ్యాస్ రైట్లీ సెడ్, సక్సెస్ ఈజ్ నెవర్ ఎ సక్సెస్ అంటిల్ వీ మేక్ సంబడీ ఎల్స్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్. ఈ మాటలకి ఒక వ్యక్తి రూపాన్ని ఇస్తే అదే మహేష్ భగవత్ సార్. 1995లో ఐపీఎస్ సాధించి వారు సక్సెస్ అయ్యారు. ఆ సక్సెస్ తర్వాత ఈరోజు మనలాంటి అనేక మంది వ్యక్తుల విజయంలో వారి భాగస్వాములై మన సక్సెస్లో ప్రధాన భూమిక పోషిస్తున్నారు. నిజానికి నేను ఒక విషయం చెప్తే మీరందరూ ఏకీభవిస్తారు. ఇంటర్వ్యూ ప్రిపరేషన్ సమయంలో మనకన్నా ఎక్కువ కష్టపడ్డది, ప్రిపేర్ అయింది మహేష్ భగవత్ సార్. మనలో ఒక వ్యక్తిని తీసుకుంటే మనకు ఒక ఆప్షనల్ మాత్రమే, మనం ఒక జిల్లాకు చెందిన వాళ్ళమే, మనకి ఒకటే బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఉంది. కానీ మహేష్ భగవత్ సార్కి 20 ఆప్షనల్లు, 40 జిల్లాలు, అనేక రాష్ట్రాల్లోని వివిధ పరిస్థితులు స్థితిగతులను తెలుసుకొని వాటిని అధ్యయనం చేసి మన కోసం మన ప్రిపరేషన్ని సింప్లిఫై చేశారు. నిజానికి ఒక 2 సంవత్సరాల క్రితం మహేష్ భగవత్ సార్ ఢిల్లీకి వచ్చినప్పుడు నేను కలవడం జరిగింది. ఆ రోజు అనేక కష్టాలు నన్ను వెంటాడుతున్న సమయంలో సార్ నన్ను కలిసి ఒక మంచి మాట, ఒక సువర్ణ మాట చెప్పారు, జీవితాంతం గుర్తుండిపోయేటట్టు. సందీప్, యువర్ సక్సెస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ డినైడ్, ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ డిలేడ్, సో ప్లీజ్ వెయిట్ ఫర్ యువర్ టైమ్ టు కమ్. ఆ సార్ అన్న ఆ మాటలు నాకు ఎంతో బలాన్ని ఇచ్చి లక్ష్యాన్ని సాధించాలనే నా తపన రెట్టింపైంది. చివరిగా జీతాల కోసం కాకుండా జీవితాల్లో వెలుగును నింపడానికి పనిచేస్తానని మా గురువుగారు మహేష్ భగవత్ సార్ ముందు ఆత్మవిశ్వాసం వ్యక్తం చేస్తూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను. జై హింద్.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful opportunity and platform for the interaction. Congratulations to all fellow candidates for successfully entering into the civil service fraternity. Myself, B. Rahul, sir, Madi Naranpet Jilla. This is my first attempt with the Telugu Sahityam optional. Thank you, sir. సివిల్ సర్వీస్ అనేది గివింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు ద సొసైటీ అండి. సో మనం సార్ వాళ్ళు డ్యూటీ చేసేది ఇన్ దేర్ అఫీషియల్ కెపాసిటీయే కంట్రిబ్యూటింగ్ టు ద సొసైటీ. కానీ మహేష్ భగత్ సార్ గారు డ్యూటీ చేయడంతో పాటు తన లీజర్ టైంలో తను సమయాన్ని మన కోసం వెచ్చించి వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఇలా ఇంటర్వ్యూ ప్రిపరేషన్కి గైడెన్స్ ఇవ్వడం కానీ, పర్సనల్ మెంటర్షిప్ ఇవ్వడం కానీ చాలా వండర్ఫుల్ అండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. సార్ టీచర్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ నుంచి వచ్చారు. వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ టీచర్, గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్లో చదివారు. సార్ మా ఇద్దరు పేరెంట్స్ కూడా టీచర్ సార్. నేను కూడా గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్ నుండి వచ్చాను. సో నాకు ఇంకా చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది సార్. సో ఈ సక్సెస్ సాధించడానికి మెయిన్ కారణం మా పేరెంట్స్ అండి. మా అమ్మ చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి అంటే చదువుని కష్టంగా కాకుండా ఇష్టంగా ఎలా చదవాలో నేర్పించింది. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి నాకు అంటే సండే కానీ, మంత్లీ కానీ, చందమామ, చిట్టి వికెట్ అలాంటి కథల పుస్తకాలు, మ్యాగజైన్స్ తను కొరియర్లో తెప్పించేది. అలా చిన్నప్పటి నుంచే నాకు చదవడం అన్నది అలవాటు అయిపోయింది. అదే తెలుగు సాహిత్యం వైపు నడిపించింది. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. సో చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉందండి. లాంగ్ జర్నీ మనది, ఫ్యూచర్లో కూడా లాంగ్ జర్నీ ఉంది. మన జర్నీ ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ అయింది. సో పెద్దవాళ్ళ ఆశీర్వాదంతో, వాళ్ళ గైడెన్స్తో మనం ఇలాగే సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా కంట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తూ సొసైటీకి కంట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తామని కోరుకుంటున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
మొదట నాతో పాటు ర్యాంక్ సాధించిన మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరికీ నేను హార్టీ కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్ తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. అందరికీ ఆపర్చునిటీ రాదండి. ఇలాంటి మహానుభావుల యందు వాళ్ళ యొక్క విషెస్ తీసుకుంటూ, వాళ్ళ యొక్క గైడెన్స్ తీసుకుంటూ, వాళ్ళ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్తో ముందుకు వెళ్ళే ఆపర్చునిటీ అందరికీ రాదు. ఆ ఆపర్చునిటీ నాకు వచ్చినందుకు నేను రియల్గా కృతజ్ఞుడిని. సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ప్రిపరేషన్ అనేది చాలా కష్టం అండి. అది చాలా ఈజీగా చేసే గైడెన్స్ దొరకడం అనేది అందరికీ దొరకదు. అది నాకు దొరికినందుకు రియల్గా నాకు చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది. ఈ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ప్రిపరేషన్లో నేను చాలా ఫెయిల్యూర్స్ ఫేస్ చేశానండి. ఇది చెప్పాలి అంటే నాది సీరియస్ 4th అటెంప్ట్. ఈ ప్రిపరేషన్లో ఏవైతే నేను ఫెయిల్యూర్స్ చేశానో ఆ ఫెయిల్యూర్స్ని ఓవర్కమ్ చేయడానికి నాకు సపోర్ట్ ఇచ్చిన వాళ్ళందరికీ నేను కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. మహేష్ భగవత్ సార్ గారు నాకు చాలా గైడెన్స్ ఇచ్చారు. ఇంటర్వ్యూ ప్రిపరేషన్లో నేను చాలా స్ట్రగుల్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు సార్ గారు క్రిస్ప్ మెటీరియల్ మాకు వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ ద్వారా పెట్టేవారు. ఆ మెటీరియల్ నేను చూసుకునేవాడిని. సివిల్ సర్వీస్ ప్రిపరేషన్లో టైం మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి. బికాజ్ ఐఎమ్ వర్కింగ్ ఇన్ మిషన్ భగీరథ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఇన్ తెలంగాణ గవర్నమెంట్. సో దేర్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు మేనేజ్ both the things, my preparation and also the work. So time is very precious for me. So whatever the time that was available for me, I need to use it in a much better manner. Thanks for the guidance that I have got from the Mahesh Bhagwat Sir Garu during my preparation. And it's my pleasure to be sharing this stage with Padmanabhaya Sir Garu, who is here with us, congratulating and inspiring us to perform better in our duties in the future. I also like to thank my father and mother, Sirisatti Satyanarayana Garu and Sirisatti Anita Garu. నేను ఫెయిల్యూర్స్ ఫేస్ చేసినప్పుడు నేను ఎప్పుడు డిమోటివేట్ అయినా కూడా వాళ్ళు నాకు ముందుండి నువ్వు చేయగలవు, నువ్వు సాధించగలవు అనే ఆ సపోర్ట్ నాకు ఎప్పుడూ ఇస్తూ వచ్చారండి. ఐ ఆమ్ రియల్లీ బ్లెస్డ్ టు హ్యావ్ సచ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ పేరెంట్స్. ఐ encourage all the parents to be like my parents, support your kids in helping achieve their dreams అండి. మహేష్ భగవత్ సార్ గారు మనందరికీ ఎలాంటి హెల్ప్ చేశారో మనందరికీ తెలుసు. నేను వచ్చిన బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ చూసుకుంటే వెరీ హంబుల్ అండ్ వెరీ పూర్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్. దేర్ ఆర్ వెరీ ఫ్యూ పీపుల్ హూ హ్యావ్ ఏజ్డ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎ రిమోటెస్ట్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ లైక్ మంచిర్యాల అండ్ ఆదిలాబాద్ అండి. సో సార్ గైడెన్స్ ఏదైతే ఉందో it was one of the very crucial part of my success andi. So after my success, in order to help the aspirants from my district, just like sir's initiative, I have also started an initiative, that is Manchiral UPSC Aspirants Group. I would like to ask the support and the guidance from the Mahesh Bhagwat sir garu and Sadhu Narasimha Reddy sir garu in taking this initiative forward and helping the aspirants that are coming from the remotest districts like Adilabad and Manchiral sir. ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన అందరికీ మరి ఒకసారి నా హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ ముగించుకుంటున్నాను.
To the esteemed guests and all the successful candidates and their proud family members, I am Maurya. First, I've had the good fortune of knowing Padmanabhaya Sir Garu. I work with an organization called Foundation for Democratic Reforms and have interacted with him multiple times, and his insights on governance have always been fascinating. As far as Mahesh Bhagwat Sir is concerned, I'm really grateful to him for guiding all the candidates and aspirants out there. His selflessness and dedication stood out for me. As far as preparation is concerned, we all know that so many variables are involved in this examination. Things work out for some, things don't work out for many others. But I think it's important to be persistent and be intellectually curious. I think probably these two will sustain us and reward us later, like it has done for most of us here. And once again, I'd like to congratulate all the successful candidates, especially their family members, including parents. Thank you so much.
I feel honored to be in the presence of Padmanabhaya Garu, Mahesh Bhagwat Sir and Sadhu Narasimha Reddy Garu. And congratulations to all the successful candidates. Coming to myself, I am Satyadharma Pratap. I am from Vizag. After my graduation in 2010, I have worked for TCS for 5 years. But my parents always motivated me towards civil service since my childhood. So I am here because of my parents, and my friends just always guided me throughout the tough times. And secondly, last year I went to the interview process, but I could not clear the final step. Then this year I joined the group of Mahesh Bhagwat Sir, and he also took his personal time from his time and helped me personally for regarding TAF discussion and everything. So thank you very much, sir. So I feel very honored to be present in this stage and such a great persons, and thank you everyone.
To all honorable dignitaries on the dais, and hearty congratulations to all the fellow candidates and respectable parents. I know what it takes to become a civil servant, and especially for parents, చాలా కష్టం ఉంటుంది. వాళ్ళు ఎన్నో సాక్రిఫైస్ చేస్తే చిల్డ్రన్ దే గెట్ ఇన్ టు దిస్ సర్వీసెస్. దే హ్యావ్ టు సాక్రిఫైస్ సో మెనీ థింగ్స్. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు అడుగుతారు, మీ అబ్బాయి ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, మీ అమ్మాయి ఏం చేస్తున్నారు. సమ్ పీపుల్ దే టేక్ సో మెనీ అటెంప్ట్స్, సో దే ఫీల్ లైక్ గిల్టీ. అందరూ సెటిల్ అయిపోతున్నారు, చాలా మంచి జాబ్ చేస్తున్నారు, lakhs of packages, but my son is still preparing into service, and they don't even know whether he will be getting into service or not, because UPSC, it is also known as Unpredictable Public Service Commission. High uncertainty. So it takes huge courage for parents and as well as aspirants to get into this service, to have that aim. And coming to my background, I come from a humble background. My father and my uncle, Chacha, they both are from police department, working as constable and head constable. శ్రీనివాస్ అండ్ వేణుగోపాల్. సో వాళ్ళని చూస్తూ పెరిగాను. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి నాకు ఒకటి ఉండేది, నేను లైఫ్లో ఏదైనా చేయాలి అనుకుంటే మా ఫాదర్ అండ్ మా బాబాయ్కి ఒక సన్ ఆఫ్ కానిస్టేబుల్ ఐపీఎస్ కొట్టాడు. సో దే షుడ్ ఫీల్ ప్రౌడ్ వెన్ ఎవర్ దే సే అబౌట్ మై. సో నేను అది వాళ్ళకి ఇవ్వాలనుకున్నాను ఎప్పుడు కానీ. సో దిస్ వాజ్ మై 7th attempt and third means third interview in a row. So in my first 4 prelims, I couldn't clear prelims by 1 or 2 marks because of my lack of, not my lack of knowledge, but because of strategy was wrong. I attempted very less questions up to 80 when my accuracy rate was 75 to 80%. So I missed the cut of 1 or 2 marks. So later on I improved my prelim score, but somehow I missed the final list because of my optional in my 1 attempt and essay in another attempt. But this year I got through the service, got through the exam. When I met Mahesh Bhagwat sir 2 years ago, I came to him without prior appointment. But sir, తనను కూర్చోబెట్టుకొని 45 minutes అరౌండ్ నా ట్యాబ్ నా ఫోన్లోనే ఉండి ఈ సాఫ్ట్ కాపీ ఉన్నది తీసుకొని ఒక 45 minutes నాకు టగటక ఫింగర్ టిప్స్ మీద క్వశ్చన్స్ రాసిస్తారు సార్. సో దిస్ విల్ బీ యువర్ క్వశ్చన్స్, సో ప్రిపేర్ ఆన్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఆల్సో సార్ నా లాస్ట్ 2 ఇంటర్వ్యూస్లో ఇంటర్వ్యూ కంటే ముందు రోజు ఫోన్ చేస్తుండే. సో ఐ వాజ్ షాక్. ఐ మీన్ sir, he is keeping tab on everything, everybody's interviews, when is their interview, and even forenoon, afternoon, even in the morning. Sir, all the best chapter. After the interview, sir asked me how was your interview and how did it go. So ఈ పొజిషన్లో ఉండి ఒక లార్జెస్ట్ కమిషనరేట్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తూ ఇంతమందిని గైడెన్స్ చేయడం, ఇట్ ఈస్ రియలీ wonderful, sir. Because as one person said, no person is ever busy. It is just a matter of priorities. What are your priorities are? So sir just proved this. If your priorities are well enough, where they are genuine, so you will definitely find time to make it them. And my message to all those, if you want something, they just go for it and get it. కొన్నిసార్లు యుద్ధంలో గెలవాలంటే మనం చేయాల్సింది we just have to stand in the battle, wait for our turn, and we will win the battle. So that is my message to all the future aspirants. So never give up, because it is a long journey, and prepare for worst and hope for the best. Thank you all.
Good morning, sir. Sir, I am Rachakonda Chilmla. I secured 598 this year. I am from Mancherial. So I was a bit reluctant to attend this session because I was not in Hyderabad. But I just told my father that Mahesh Bhagwat sir is calling for felicitation. So, and also that stalwarts like people like retired IAS, ex-Home Secretary, sir was also attending. So he insisted me to please go and attend this session. So I'm very grateful for calling us and having this felicitation here today. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the successful candidates. I know what it takes to be here. All of us would have faced a lot of struggles and a lot of failures. Also, I would like to extend my gratitude to all the parents, especially my parents who are not here, Sri Sudarshan and Aruna Garu. So, the first thing what we expect from you is your confidence. So this is the first success we get. Once you have confidence on us, I think that is the first success we get. And a lot of other people, especially Mahesh Bhagwat sir has helped us during the interview preparation. So last year also I was with you. I scored 187, but at the end I was missing the cutoff because of my low marks in psychology. So I think I did well in psychology this year. So that is what made the difference. And at the end, sir, I want to just remind that even last year I saw a message just before the results that you sent a message that don't take success to head and don't take failure to heart. So I think that made me to manage my failure last year and also manage my success this year. So I think this is nothing but Nishkama Karma Yoga. So this is the best message that you can give us. And I hope that all the aspirants and tomorrow's civil servants will follow in the footsteps of Sir Mahesh Bhagwat sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. And
Background. There are 2 incidents in my life that has changed my life. One was joining the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya of Mahbub Nagar, so which has given me a sense of direction and purpose in life. Because before my joining the school, I was very interested in football. So once I joined Navodaya Vidyalaya, it gave me almost like every day we used to have 2 hours of time to play football every day. So that was the most important thing I liked about the school. And one takeaway from my schooling from Navodaya Vidyalaya was development of all-round development personality. So it basically gave me a
good balanced and good personality that could help me to tackle failures and success in an equal fashion. So as sir was saying previously, so the success and I also secured rank last year, and this is my second year of getting a rank. So never ever I took that success to my head, sir, and never I have taken my failure to the heart, sir. So that has helped me to come out of this. And second incident that has changed my life was my father passed away when I was doing my first year of engineering, sir. So that was one of the saddest incident, but I tried to bounce back from it, and that was the time when I got addicted to Vivekananda's books. So it worked as an addiction for me, Vivekananda books, to bounce back in life. And sir, I should also tell one thing. Civil services is the only exam which has tested me for long times. I gave 6 attempts, 6 mains, 4 interviews, sir. And I got at least 7 central government and state government jobs till now. And I got a campus placement in Infosys. And I got a double-digit gate rank. But none of this could satisfy me because I always wanted to be a civil servant. But this has tested me really very hard. But at this juncture, I think people like Mahesh Bhagat sir and Padmanabhaya sir and Sadhu sir, these are the people who have really pushed me very hard. I know Mahesh Bhagat sir for the last 3 interviews, and sir's guidance have given me very good interview marks. Last year, the previous year I had 176, last year 182. And this year, sir, I also told sir I want to share one thing. This year I had Smita Nagaraj Madam board, and there was one member who was asking me about, let's say you spoke so much about joining the IAS. Let's say what will you do if you join IPS? Then I just closed my eyes and I have just imagined Mahesh Bhagat sir. And I told whatever sir was doing. Sir, I have explained to the board that the initiative that you taken regarding the Hajipur case, and I also told the board about your opening of brick kiln schools for the Odisha labourers, sir. And these things just came out just like that, sir. So this is where I felt this is the influence that you have on the budding civil servants and the aspirants. And I have many times taken you as a case study, sir, to understand how sir will think in this way. Let's say I'm undergoing some pressure in my life or some situation, I always used to think how sir could manage this. When a person like Mahesh Bhagat sir could manage his time and give so much of time to the aspirants, how small I am to face this problem. So I used to bounce back again, sir. And one thing I have learned from you is the commitment and dedication that you have always showed to the candidates. I remember this before the interview this year, I asked sir to meet I have requested sir to meet. So 2-3 times because of his commitments, he was not able to meet. But I got a call from sir saying that 9 o'clock in the evening, please meet me at my home. So that's the level of commitment sir has showed towards other aspirants. And one more person is Sadhu Narasimha Reddy sir, who has created the platform of ITCSA and made all the Telugu civil servants as a family. And sir has been always saying that this ITCSA will stay with you as a family, and this is the next family that you have to form to aspire or to grow in your life as a bureaucrat. So I really thank everyone for the success, and I should thank my mother. Without her, my success would have been nothing, because every time I used to fail, she used to just say, try one more time, that's it. And being illiterate, I used to feel, my mother is illiterate, so I used to always feel how much wisdom she has to ask me to give one more time. So I really feel fortunate to have such parents and to get guidance of such eminent personalities. And Mahesh Bhagat sir. Sir, I'm really happy to get associated with you, sir. Thanks for everything, sir. Thank you so much.
Privilege to be here, that too along with none other than Padmanabhaya sir and JPC. Sir, I'm still not able to believe myself, sir, whether I'm still here or not. Because you are always in current affairs and now you are in live affairs, sir. Now we are seeing you live. So I'm fortunate, sir, and I shall thank Mahesh Bhagat sir giving this opportunity. Sir, ఇక్కడ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా we have seen, sir, and we have heard from them also. They have struggled a lot, and particularly I know Shashikant sir. At the time of exam itself, he lost his father. But in spite of that sad state of affairs, sad state of mind, sir, and he struggled a lot and he came out as a winner, sir. We should appreciate him for that particular success, sir. So it's a different kind of success. And ఆయన సక్సెస్ అయినప్పుడు కూడా శశికాంత్ ఎప్పటికీ ఆగిపోలేదు, సార్. ఈజ్ ట్రావెలింగ్ లాట్ అండ్ ఈజ్ మోటివేటింగ్ గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్ చిల్డ్రన్ అండ్ ఆర్ఫనేజెస్. So many social activities he is doing, sir. So he is like a role model for the young civil servants, sir. And regarding, sir, when we were in the chamber, you were saying that to develop a skills or to develop expertise to excel in any field, you not only require knowledge, you need a passion. And none other than our Mahesh Bhagwat sir is the example for that passion, sir. And it's not about civil service alone, sir. Creating infrastructure like this, sir, this kind of infrastructure in government requires lot and lot of efforts. Being in finance department, I can vouch for that one, sir. So it's not so simple to get the funds and getting coordinate things, but he has created a so huge infrastructure. And other than that, sir, humanitarian service. Whenever it comes to any humanitarian, this one, sir will be in the front line. And maybe many of us are not aware, sir. Sir has received prestigious Tip Hero Award from US Department of State, sir. US Department of State. He has done excellent work on child trafficking, sir. So for that, even not only India, even the world has recognized his achievement, sir. So doing all these things, department and other than department, still he is managing the civil service group, sir, and he is competing with all the civil servants in that particular group, sir. All the civil servants and the aspirants of that particular group. And I can vote, sir, even if you conduct an interview right now among these aspirants and Mahesh Bhagwat, sir, and he will come as a winner, sir. So that much knowledge he is having it. So amazing, sir. And this one, sir, not only guiding the aspirants, and after that also. So after they getting the success and after they getting the failure also, sir is always with them and motivating them. Many a times they are appearing twice, thrice. Even in spite of that, sir was continuously following with them and guiding them, sir. That's a great this one, sir. And when I was in that room, sir, some aspirants was asking me, sir, we have got the success, but we don't know what to do. Henceforth, what to do? What will be our next agenda? What will be our next priorities? How to go about this success? So then I want to give two examples for them, sir. One is yourself itself. After the retirement, any of us, including me and you, can have a biodata, even a fraction of Padmanabhaya sir's biodata, that we are successful. So try to achieve for that thing. And second thing, sir, regarding having a humanitarian approach. Normally the police department is not known for that one because that's what the projection is outside. But being from the police family itself, I can vouch for their service. We may not recognize their service in normal course, but whenever something happens, either it is a natural calamity, either it is some social disturbance or a festival, whatever it may be, they are in the forefront and we look forward to them only. So Mahesh Bhagwat sir, for his good work, either in the department and outside department, is a role model for us. So these two role models, you keep it as a target for yourself and you try to excel in your fields. So thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity, sir. Thank you.
Padma Bhushan awardee, ex-Home Secretary of India, Maharashtra cadre IAS officer, Sri K. Padmanabhaya sir. Currently, sir is holding responsibility of Administrative Staff College of India also in Hyderabad. In fact, I met sir in one of the program in ASCII, and then during interaction, I found that sir is having roots in Telugu state, but sir's heart is still in Maharashtra because cadre is Maharashtra. Sir, because my cadre is Maharashtra, my home state is Maharashtra. I came close to sir, and currently many cultural activities. You know, Maharashtra is very rich in culture, the drama, the music and all these things. Whenever such programs are there in Hyderabad, so my first invitation always goes to sir. Sir, this program is there, please grace the occasion. And sir is also, sir and madam, they are gracing that occasion. I am thankful for that, sir. All the civil services successful candidates here, they are lucky today to see you in person and to take your blessings, sir.
because all of them, while studying the police reforms, they have studied the Padmanabhaya Committee recommendations of 2000 on police reforms, along with the Prakash Singh judgment of 2006. Before that, immediately was Sir's recommendation. And before the program, when Sir came here, Sir has seen in my office the legal advisor board, and the very first question Sir asked me, that do you have official legal advisor? I said, yes, sir. The retired district prosecutor from Rangareddy Court is my legal advisor. Then Sir said that was one of my recommendations in Padmanabhaya Committee's reform. Sir, we are happy your recommendations are getting implemented in the field, sir. It will go definitely a long way. You are visionary bureaucrat, sir, and for next 30 to 35 years, they have to work in the field. Definitely, sir, they will carry the motto which you work in the government, sir. ఇప్పుడు ఈ సెలెక్ట్ అయిన క్యాండిడేట్లో లిస్ట్ చూస్తే మహారాష్ట్ర అది సెపరేట్ వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ యాక్చువల్లీ. అక్కడ ఈసారి కొంచెం ఎక్కువ స్టూడెంట్స్ 250 స్టూడెంట్స్ ఇంటర్వ్యూకి వెళ్ళారు కాబట్టి సెపరేట్ వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ వాళ్ళ కోసం నేను క్రియేట్ చేశారు. ఆ గ్రూప్లో 70 మంది సెలెక్ట్ అయినారు. తర్వాత ఈ గ్రూప్ మనది హైదరాబాద్ గ్రూప్, ఈ 2 తెలుగు రాష్ట్రాలు, తర్వాత అదర్ దాన్ మహారాష్ట్ర, అదర్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. సో ఈ గ్రూప్లో 55 గాట్ సెలెక్టెడ్. సో టోటల్ దిస్ టైం, ఇది ఫస్ట్ టైం, ఇది నా 5 years నుంచి చేస్తున్నారు. ఇది ఈ ఫస్ట్ టైం నేను చూసాము. ఇది అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 829, 125 గాట్ సెలెక్టెడ్ who are mentored by us. And top ranksలో, top 100లో top 22 rank Patki Mandar, 23 rank Nidhi Bansal, she is with Dhatri in IPS right now. Then 44 rank Ashutosh Kulkarni, tarvata 46 rank Dhatri, 47 rank mana Hyderabad group again, Ishwarya Ramarajan. She is from Tamil Nadu, already in railway account service, మన హైదరాబాద్ గ్రూప్లో ఉన్నా. తర్వాత 48 ర్యాంక్ మహారాష్ట్ర దీపక్ కర్వా, తర్వాత 63 ర్యాంక్ యోగేష్ పాటిల్, 57 ర్యాంక్ యష్ని నాగరాజన్ అని మన హైదరాబాద్ గ్రూప్ అమ్మాయి. సార్, ఐ మస్ట్ అప్రిషియేట్ దిస్ గర్ల్. షీ ఈజ్ ఫ్రమ్ అరుణాచల్ ప్రదేశ్ అండ్ బట్ born in Tamil Nadu. Her bringing up was in Arunachal. And lot of hard work, because Arunachal Pradesh no material is available and all, but she struggled hard and she got 57 ranks. Her interview was last actually. When I called her that you got selected, she was getting down from the flight from Delhi to Arunachal. Then we have our Kata Ravi Teja is 77, then 76 rank our Surya Teja is there. Then 91 rank Vishal Narode, tarvata 93rd rank Aishwarya Sharon. Aishwarya Sharon is first attempt lo 93 rank. ఈ అమ్మాయి 2016లో మిస్ ఇండియా కాంటెస్ట్లో ఫైనలిస్ట్ అమ్మాయి. సో మోడలింగ్ కెరియర్, ఈ అంత మిస్ ఇండియా కెరియర్ అది విడిచిపెట్టి 2 years పక్కా ఓన్లీ సివిల్ సర్వీస్ ఇప్పుడు ఈ అమ్మాయి ప్రిపేర్ చేశారు సార్. Her father is a colonel of NCC battalion in Karimnagar. So again, if she is not getting IAS, she is ready again for the next attempt. Such a motivated girl. And so all the candidates who got selected from both the state, ఇది 2 రాష్ట్రాలు, మన మహారాష్ట్ర కావచ్చు, ఇక్కడ మన హైదరాబాద్, తెలుగు స్టేట్స్, ఆంధ్ర, తెలంగాణ, తర్వాత మిగతా స్టేట్స్. అది all these candidates, almost 4 to 5 months, that process, they were preparing for the civil services interview or personality test. I remember that lockdown లేదు అప్పుడు, 18th February ఇంటర్వ్యూ స్టార్ట్ అయినాయి. సో మనం ఏం చేశాము, ఈ సంవత్సరం ఎల్బీ నగర్ క్యాంప్ ఆఫీస్లో కొన్ని డ్యాప్ బేస్డ్ డిస్కషన్ అక్కడ ప్లాన్ చేయడం జరిగింది. కొన్ని క్యాండిడేట్స్, ఇప్పుడు సెలెక్ట్ అయిన క్యాండిడేట్స్ కూడా ఎల్బీ నగర్ క్యాంప్ ఆఫీస్లో వచ్చి మన డ్యాప్ డిస్కస్ చేసినట్లు నాకు గుర్తుంది. అది ఎవరెవరు ఉన్నారు అక్కడ నాకు తెలీదు. ఆ ఫోటో మీరు చూడాలి, ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు సెలెక్ట్ అయినారు దాంట్లో. సో ట్యాబ్ డిస్కషన్ అప్పుడు అయింది కొన్ని ప్రోగ్రామ్స్లో. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ అన్ని వాట్సాప్ ద్వారా ఫోన్ ద్వారా అందరికీ డ్యాప్ అది డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగినాయి. 18th February నుంచి 24th March అది ఫస్ట్ ఫేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ. 24th March అది లాక్డౌన్ ముందు, అది లాస్ట్ డే. తర్వాత మళ్ళా ఎంత లాక్డౌన్ 1, లాక్డౌన్ 3, లాక్డౌన్ 4, 5 అన్నీ నడుస్తున్నాయి. సో ఎప్పుడు ఇంటర్వ్యూ అని అందరికీ అన్సర్టనిటీ ఉంది. మధ్యలో వాళ్ళు డిక్లేర్ చేసి 20th July నుంచి 30th July అది సెకండ్ ఫేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ సార్. ఆ 10th day ఇంటర్వ్యూ కూడా వాళ్ళకి కొంచెం కష్టం. ఎందుకంటే ముందు చెప్పలేదు, సడన్గా అక్కడ ఇంటర్వ్యూ రోజు వాళ్ళ చేతిలో ఒక మాస్క్ ఇచ్చారు, ఒక ఫేస్ స్క్రీన్ ఇచ్చారు, వేసుకొని వాళ్ళు ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఇవ్వాలని. ఎవరు కూడా ఫేస్ షీల్డ్ అండ్ మాస్క్ వేసుకొని ఎక్కడ మాక్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఇవ్వలేదు. ఇచ్చారా ఎవరైనా? ఎవరు కూడా లేదు సార్. సో అది కొంచెం అనేజీ. స్పెషలీ 20th July రోజు ఎవరికి ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఉన్నాయి ఫస్ట్ మార్నింగ్లో, వాళ్ళకి అస్సలు కష్టం. అది చాలామంది నాకు చెప్పారు అప్పుడు ఇంటర్వ్యూ బయట వచ్చిన తర్వాత, సార్ అది గాలి తీసుకోవడం కూడా కష్టం ఆ మాస్క్ వేసుకొని అని. మళ్ళా ఫేస్ షీల్డ్ వేసుకొని ఫేస్ షీల్డ్ మీద కొన్ని అది లిక్విడ్ వాటర్ జమ అవుతున్నాయి. సో ఆ ప్యానెల్ కనపడట్లేదు అక్కడ ఎవరెవరు కూర్చున్నారు అని. న్యాచురల్, అది నిజం అది. సో కొన్ని ప్యానెల్ చైర్మన్స్ అది ఏం చేశారు అంటే, మీరు ఫేస్ షీల్డ్ తీయచ్చు అని చెప్పారు. కొన్ని ప్యానెల్ చైర్మన్ మీరు ఐదర్ ఫేస్ షీల్డ్ ఆర్ మాస్క్ తీయచ్చు. కొన్ని ప్యానెల్ చైర్మన్ ఏం చెప్పలేదు. సో అది రెండు పెట్టి కొంతమంది ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఇవ్వడం జరిగినాయి. సో ఈ 20th July to 30th July కొంచెం అది కష్టం. అది అప్పుడు ఎవరెవరు ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఇచ్చారు మాత్రం నేను చూసాము. సెలెక్షన్ లిస్ట్లో సంఖ్య ఉంది, మంచి సంఖ్య ఉంది. అంతే మీరు కష్టపడి పని చేశారు, మీకు మంచి టైం దొరికినాయి. యాక్చువల్లీ లాక్డౌన్ పీరియడ్లో 2 to 3 months చాలామందికి ఎక్స్ట్రా ఇంటర్వ్యూ కోసం దొరికినాయి. సో దానికి అడ్వాంటేజ్గా మీరు తీసుకున్నారు. యూ హ్యావ్ డన్ యువర్ రియలీ బెస్ట్. ఐఎమ్ హ్యాపీ విత్ ఆల్ ద పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ద క్యాండిడేట్ దిస్ ఇయర్. నౌ వాట్ నెక్స్ట్? నేను రిజల్ట్ ముందు కూడా చెప్పాను, రిజల్ట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ అ ఫైనల్. యూపీఎస్సీ అంటే అన్ప్రెడిక్టబుల్ సర్వీస్ కమిషన్. ఓకే, ఈ యూపీఎస్సీ దాంట్లో మీకు ఇప్పుడు ర్యాంక్ వచ్చినాయి మాత్రం ఇప్పుడు ఏ సర్వీస్ అది అన్సర్టనిటీ ఉంది. సర్వీస్ వచ్చినప్పుడు కూడా మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు ఐఏఎస్ కానీ ఐపీఎస్ ఉంటే ఏ కాడర్ అది అన్సర్టనిటీ ఉంటుంది. మళ్ళీ కాడర్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత కూడా మళ్ళీ ఆ కాడర్లో సర్వీస్ చేయాలా, మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ ఏమైనా గ్రూప్ 1 గ్రూప్ 2 చేయాలా, అదే అన్సర్టనిటీ ఉంటుంది. మళ్ళీ మ్యారేజ్ సంబంధి ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటుంది. మళ్ళీ మ్యారేజ్ అయిన తర్వాత ఇంకో వేరే ప్రాబ్లం స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. అది ఆ అన్సర్టనిటీ వేరే, అది తర్వాత మాట్లాడతారు. మాత్రం ఈ అన్సర్టనిటీ ఈజ్ అన్ఎండింగ్. సో ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ దట్ సక్సెస్ వాట్ యూ గాట్ నౌ, it should not go into your head. I am repeating again, it should not go into your head. This is not the final, it is just the beginning. ఇప్పుడు సార్ చూడండి, మీరు పద్మనాభ సార్కి చూడండి, అంతా సర్వీస్ చేసి తర్వాత రిటైర్ అయిన తర్వాత కూడా ఈ నాగా పీ స్టాక్స్ కావచ్చు, తర్వాత మన ఈ పద్మనాభయ్య కమిషన్ కావచ్చు, ఇప్పుడు యాస్కీ కానీ ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని ఐఏఎస్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో ఇప్పుడు కూడా సార్ వెళ్తున్నారు కంటిన్యూస్ అది. సో యూ హ్యావ్ అ very bright long future. You have to plan for that long future now. Don't think now that you got selected, you are in the list means అయిపోయింది. ఇప్పుడు అది కాదు. ఇప్పుడు ఎక్సెల్ రియల్ టెస్ట్ స్టార్ట్ నౌ. ఈ సర్వీస్లో ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ అది ఎవరెవరు ఫస్ట్ టైం జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు వాళ్ళకి ఫౌండేషన్ కోర్స్, ఈ ఆఫీసర్ లైక్ క్వాలిటీ నేర్చుకోవాలని, తర్వాత మళ్ళా ప్రొఫెషనల్ ట్రైనింగ్లో ప్రొఫెషనల్ సబ్జెక్ట్ నాలెడ్జ్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. తర్వాత మీ ప్రాక్టికల్ ట్రైనింగ్ ఉంటుంది, తర్వాత రెగ్యులర్ పోస్టింగ్ ఉంటుంది. రెగ్యులర్ పోస్టింగ్ ఎప్పుడు ఇండిపెండెంట్ పోస్టింగ్ ఉంటుంది, అప్పుడు కొంచెం కష్టం అవుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే అప్పుడు పైనుంచి సపోర్ట్ పెద్ద ఉండదు, మీరు డిసిజన్ ఫైనల్ తీసుకోవాలి. అప్పుడు ఆ పరిస్థితి కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లమాటిక్ ఉంటుంది. మాత్రం మీ పర్సనాలిటీ మీరు యూ హ్యావ్ టు డెవలప్ యువర్ పర్సనాలిటీ నౌ ఫర్ ద సర్వీస్ ఆల్సో. యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ దట్ aptitude of that particular service for you are getting selected for that service. నేను సెలెక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు 95లో చాలామంది అన్నారు ఐఎమ్ నాట్ సూటబుల్ ఫర్ ద పోలీస్ సర్వీస్ అని. ఎందుకంటే అదే మీరు మీ మాట మీరు చాలా సాఫ్ట్గా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, మీరు ఎవరికి మరి తిట్టడం కొట్టడం మీకు సాధ్యం లేదు అని. పోలీసింగ్ అంటే ఇదే చేయాలని ప్రజలది మైండ్ సెట్ అది. అద్దాలు అట్లా వేసుకొని అదే చూస్తారు. పోలీసింగ్ అంతే దండ, ఆ కర్రతో కొట్టడం, తర్వాత బూత్ మాటలు తిట్టడం, అదే ఇది కాదు. ఇది పోలీసింగ్ అంతే, అది కాదు. మాత్రం అది ప్రజల మనసులో అట్లా ఉంటుంది. మంచి పోలీస్ వాళ్ళు అంతే కంప్లైంట్ పెట్టిన తర్వాత ఆ రెస్పాండెంట్ని పిలిపించి మంచి కొట్టారు అంటే పోలీసు వాళ్ళు చాలా బాగా చేస్తున్నారు, వాళ్ళని కొట్టారు అంతే. ఇప్పుడు కూడా అలాంటి అభిప్రాయం కొంతమందికి మనసులో ఉంటుంది. మాత్రం మీరు ఓవరాల్గా పోలీసింగ్ చూస్తే ఈ గ్రాస్ రూట్ లెవెల్ పోలీసింగ్, ప్రజలతో మమేకమై పోలీసింగ్, అది వేరే పోలీసింగ్. అది లాంగ్ టర్మ్ పోలీసింగ్కి పనికి వస్తుంది. ఈ షార్ట్ టర్మ్ ఇట్లా కొట్టడం తిట్టడం ఈ ఓన్లీ ఒక్కరోజు పనికి, అది ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఫర్ ద లైఫ్ టైమ్ అది. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు లెర్న్ నౌ మెనీ థింగ్స్ వన్స్ యూ ఆర్ జాయినింగ్ ద సర్వీస్. సెకండ్లీ, ఎవరికి మంచి ర్యాంక్ ఈసారి రాలే, డోంట్ టేక్ ఇట్ టు హార్ట్. డెఫినెట్లీ some bigger opportunity is waiting for you. I always quote APJ Kalam sir. I met sir in 2004. He called me. I have sent email when Kalam sir was President of India. I was Adilabad SP for 4 years. అక్కడ నక్సలైట్ ఏరియాలో కమ్యూనిటీ పోలీసింగ్తో చాలా పని చేశాము. దానికి అమెరికాలో అవార్డు కూడా వచ్చినాయి. సో అదే ప్రెసిడెంట్ గారికి చెప్పాలని నా మనసులో ఉంది. సో ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా వెబ్సైట్లో ఐ హ్యావ్ సీన్ దట్ ఎనీవన్ కెన్ రైట్ ఈమెయిల్ టు ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. ఐ హ్యావ్ రిటర్న్ ఈమెయిల్. సో ఆ ఈమెయిల్ రాసినప్పుడు 14th July 2004 రోజు ఇక్కడ బేగంపేట ఎయిర్పోర్ట్లో లాంజ్లో ఐ గాట్ అపాయింట్మెంట్. సో అందరు అది మా పై అధికారి అడిగారు, వారు మీకు ఎట్లా అపాయింట్మెంట్ వచ్చినాయి అట్లా అంటే నేను చెప్పాను, నేను అట్లా పంపించారు మెయిల్ సార్ వచ్చినాయని. సో 1-to-1 ఓన్లీ ప్రెసిడెంట్ గారు నేను 10 minutes నేను ఆదిలాబాద్లో ఏం చేశారు, ఈ నక్సలైట్ ఎట్లా, అది నక్సలిజం ఎలా తగ్గినాయి అక్కడ, దాని సంబంధి నేను మాట్లాడి మళ్ళీ ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్ మన దేశంలో ఎలా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలని కలాం గారు నాకు అడిగారు. సో అలాంటి వ్యక్తి అది. కలాం గారు చెప్పిన మూడు వర్డ్స్. ఫస్ట్ అది NO. దేర్ ఈజ్ వర్డ్ నో ఈజ్ నాట్ ఇన్ డిక్షనరీ. నో మీన్స్ నెక్స్ట్ ఆపర్చునిటీ. అది గుర్తుపెట్టండి. ఇప్పుడు ఎవరైనా నో చెప్పారు మీకు మీన్స్ నెక్స్ట్ ఆపర్చునిటీ ఈజ్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ యూ. సెకండ్ ఈజ్ AND, ఎండ్. ఇప్పుడు అయిపోయింది అట్లా కాదు. ఎండ్ మీన్స్ ఎఫర్ట్ నెవర్ డైజ్. అండ్ థర్డ్ ఈజ్ ద ఫెయిల్. ఇప్పుడు ఫెయిల్ అయినారు, అయిపోయింది. మళ్ళా ఫెయిల్ అంతే, ఇది ఫైనల్ కాదు. ఫెయిల్ అంతే, ఫస్ట్ అటెంప్ట్ ఇన్ లెర్నింగ్. ఈ మూడు మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా గుర్తుపెట్టండి. థామస్ అల్వా ఎడిసన్, హూ వాజ్ 6th standard పాస్, హ్యావింగ్ 151 patents on his name, 9,999 times he was manufacturing the bulb. And someone asked him, what you are doing? He said, 9,999 times I was learning how one should not manufacture the bulb. So 10,000 times that was where he got the success. Now UPSC, you have 32 upper age, 6 attempts are there. Give your full. Those who are in the category OBC 35, upper age. So sky is the literary limit. You can do wonders in the civil services. But after joining the service, please remember the ground. Always your feet should be always on the ground. Your head should be cool and the fire in your heart should be burning to serve the society. The service you are joining, there is word service. Don't forget service. Last year kuda కొన్ని క్యాండిడేట్స్కి అడిగారు పవర్, మనీ అండ్ సర్వీస్, ఈ మూడు దాంట్లో ఏం ఇంపార్టెంట్ అని. సో కొంతమంది పవర్ చెప్పారు, కొంతమంది మనీ చెప్పారు. చాలా తక్కువ క్యాండిడేట్స్ ఉన్నాయి సర్వీస్ చెప్పిన వాళ్ళు. వర్డ్ సర్వీస్ ఉంది. యూపీఎస్సీ ఈ పబ్లిక్ సర్వీస్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఏమైనా సర్వీస్ అంటే సర్వీస్, బేసిక్లీ సర్వీస్ కోసం మీరు జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు. ఆ సర్వీస్ వర్డ్ మీరు మర్చిపోవద్దు. అదే మరి కోరిక. నాతో పాటు మన సాధు నరసింహారెడ్డి గారు 2015 నుంచి మనం ఇద్దరు కలిసి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారు. ఇక్కడ మన కేబీఆర్ పార్క్ ముందు అది తెలంగాణ స్టడీ సర్కిల్, అక్కడ కొన్ని మాక్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ మన 2015-16లో తీసుకున్నారు. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఈ వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ తయారు చేసి ఆ గ్రూప్లో ఉన్న కొన్ని స్టూడెంట్స్ తర్వాత మెంటర్గా జాయిన్ అయినారు. అభిషేక్ ముందు 2 years స్టూడెంట్, తర్వాత హీ గాట్ ఇన్ టు IAS, నవ్ అరుణాచల్ అడిషనల్ కలెక్టర్. స్టిల్ హీ ఈజ్ యాక్టివ్. we are running prelims groups also. 3 groups are prelims we are running now. So those who got top ranks, my request to them to join us for the prelims and men's group, because we are not having that knowledge to run those groups for prelims and men's. It is your baby, but definitely we are there for personality test for 2020 exam also. There again we will be there. So once again, my sincere appreciation, congratulations to all the successful candidates, and special congratulations to their parents for believing on their words. The belief is very, very important. ఎందుకంటే నాకు తెలుసు చాలామంది చుట్టాలు, చాలామంది పక్క ఇంటి వాళ్ళు, మీ అబ్బాయి ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, మీ అమ్మాయి ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, ఎందుకు అంత కష్టం అది. యానిమల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, క్రాబ్ అని. ఆ క్రాబ్ అనేది ఏం చేస్తారు, ముందు ఏ క్రాబ్ నడుస్తున్నాయి ఆ క్రాబ్కి వెనక తీసుకుంటారు. ఈ కొంతమంది అట్లా ఉంటారు మన సొసైటీలో. సో అవర్ జాబ్ ఈజ్ టు ఆల్వేస్ మార్చ్ అహెడ్. Those same relative of you, now they must be coming to your house. That they must be telling outside that you are their relatives karke. Basically, you all the successful candidate, your parents have trusted you. Now it is your turn. You should make them more proud by doing the good work in the service for which you are selected. So that is the only expectation from all of you today. Thank you and all the best to you.
Good morning to everybody, and I'm grateful to the Commissioner Rachakonda and my friend Mahesh Bhagwat Garu for having called me here and given me this opportunity to interact with you. And I have learnt a lot in this this one. So really there is nothing for me to teach you or tell you. Now there are other people like Sadhu Narasimha Reddy Garu. He made some wonderful points, and then we have senior officers here, Deputy Commissioner Dakshita, and Additional Deputy Commissioner Silpavati, and then the candidates who have been extremely successful, their parents and friends. You know, we have been living in extraordinary times. Otherwise, I have never heard of interviews being conducted with a screen in front of you and then masks and all that. And even the first batch also, I believe the interviews continued up to about 20th of March or so. By that time, the COVID already had spread in many places. So you are sort of adventurers in the extraordinary, circumstances, and it must have been a great strain, physically, mentally, and all that for you to have faced this examination. So my special congratulations to all of you for very successfully having competed in this examination. And another thing I learnt today is, I am in the WhatsApp group. There are not one group, there are about 10-15 groups. And most of the time what I do is, because they also check up whether you have seen the messages or not. Otherwise, so I pretend as if I have seen the messages and then I delete them. I don't, without even reading them. For the first time I have learned that WhatsApp also can be used for very, very productive purposes. Hats off to you, Mahesh Garu. And I think he has done extremely well. And I think I would now use the WhatsApp to follow his, this one. Then you have got some ranks, and there are other people who would like to improve their this one. So a lot of advice was given by the high rankers on how to score, how to face the examination, and how to improve your rank and all that. I'm not going to speak about that. And some of you have mentioned about what efforts you have put in, how you got inspiration from the parents, friends, from Mahesh, and from Sadhu Garu, and all that. So that is the past. So there is no point in talking about it, except for the group which are going to sort of try again. What I'm going to talk to you is as somebody has said, one of the speakers, I picked up the points only from there. This is Rahul, who is 272 ranker. He said there is a long journey ahead of us. He's the only one who made that point, And so another gentleman, Satya Prakash, he said, it's impossible to see a commissioner, police commissioner. So I was worried whether he would give me interview or not. But the man turned out to be a mentor, and then I went to him. So the question of access to people is a point made by him. And one more gentleman, I think Vinay Kant, he said 7th attempt he has come in. But he mentioned about priorities in life. Priorities. These are the 3 points which are very, very important made by you. One is that it's a long journey. How are you going to do it? The second is some point to be remembered, access to people. Your access to people. And the third one is life being set in sort of priorities. Now, you have passed the examination. The first thing what is going to happen is, when I passed the IAS examination, 1961, God knows, how old it is. But then suddenly I found when you went to the academy, you have to pass an examination there at the end of the this one, I said, this is the last examination, no more examinations. I came to the state, Punjab. I was originally posted there. And I have to learn Punjabi. And I have to learn the local laws and all that. I have to pass an examination there. I passed with great difficulty. Then I was transferred to Maharashtra. When I came to Maharashtra, again I had to pass an examination in all the local laws. Maharashtra Land Tenure Act and, Maharashtra Tenancy Act, the Police Act of Bombay Police Act and all various acts. I passed that examination. Then they said, you have to pass a Hindi examination. If you don't pass Hindi examination, no promotions are given. Increments are being held up. I have to pass that examination. So there are examinations all through, it is not the last examination, So don't think that the chapter of examination ends there. Then after these examinations, you are going to go to the training at Missouri, which has a foundation course. My first advice I would like to give is, I would only touch the points. You spend that time to learn your language of the state, wherever you are posted. That is extremely important. Somebody has pointed out that, if you don't know the local language, you would not be successful at all. I must congratulate Mahesh for having learned extremely good Telugu. His Telugu is much better than my Marathi, So congratulations to him, but you must learn the language. The second thing is, various subjects are being taught there. But whatever service you are in, IPS, IAS, IFS, doesn't matter. Concentrate on the law. Law is something like engineering, like mathematics. It's very, very logical. It sets you to think in very logical mold, And then examine various possibilities. The prosecution side, the defense side, what arguments you take. It sharpens your mind. And so, concentrate on the law, But the third and most important thing is develop good friendships with people in the other services. And those friendships would serve you lifelong, let me tell you. Because administration is not a single job. However brilliant you are, you may be number 1 ranker in the IAS, but you can achieve nothing unless you work in a team. The team is spread over so many ministries, this, that. Suppose you are a home secretary, I am the home secretary. Supposed to be one of the most powerful jobs. But I couldn't do any damn thing unless the finance sanctions it. And finance won't sanction it unless it is there in the plan. The planning commission looks into that. Then foreign secretary would have another angle, Kashmir handling. Sir, you can't do this in Kashmir. You can't abolish 370 or whatever it is. So there are so many people whom you have to interact, you have to convince. And so what happens is, irrespective of whatever service he is, income tax, customs, railways, whatever it is, make good friendships with those people. And they should serve you lifelong. Don't forget, and don't ever forget your friends, your well-wishers and all that in the services. It gives you lower foundation course. Then you come into the field training. What is it you have to learn in the field? In the field, I'm essentially talking of the IAS, but it applies to the police also, other services also. You know, administration, they say, is nothing but common sense applied to ground knowledge. You must have ground sense, ground knowledge, you know, what is exactly happening in the society. If you don't know how people are interacting to a particular program, how communists are thinking, how Naxalites are thinking, how somebody else is thinking, or you know, various other people, how various segments of the people are reacting to that. So the ground conditions are extremely important. And where is the ground? The ground is in the villages and in the towns. You know, cities come much later. So the fundamentals you have to learn are in the village, how the village records are kept. You see, I've seen, I was collector. Why I earned some reputation is I was collector of one of the districts. And we had to report to the government of India the acreage under various crops in that particular district, because they wanted to make all India figures. Then they gave me some figures. Then I said, seems to be very high. So get me one of the taluka figures. So he brought the taluka figures. Then I found out the taluka figures, some villages are not sort of mentioned there. For example, rice. There was no rice at all in some villages. I said, how is it that rice is not being grown in these villages, in Maharashtra, in Konkan? So when I went next time to a village, I called the Talati, he's called, that is village level officer. I said, show me your record. He showed me the record, and then I found out, firstly, he never filled the record, the field crop inspections. He was sitting in the this one office and filling up all the data, you know. He asked somebody, his servant, you know, those people saying, "Arey, what does that fellow grow?" Sir, rice dala hai usne, kadi dala hai. So, you know, on that basis. And some he has left blank. When I found this, I said, if your village record is not good, how would your mandal record be good? How would your district record be good? How would your national records be good? So, similarly, in the towns, small towns, the urban land survey, there is no survey. Who owns what land, what is the property, and then how, you know, registration documents are there, but there are no proper charts and all that. So your ground knowledge of these things is extremely important, you know. So this is your first postings. Your first postings happen, and first thing I want you to tell you is, you must have access to people. If people cannot approach you, you can learn nothing. And they should be common people, not the politicians, political bosses, and Musliman or the political parties. No, the common people, you must have access to them. And then you would meet a variety of people in your districts. You know, there are doctors, there are lawyers, there are chartered accountants, and there are professors, and there are musicians, you know, famous musicians, there are artists, there are painters. Try to develop a sort of intellectuals, and then social activists. With all these people, you should be able to mix and meet them, you know, and then find out what they are talking, what they say. So not just your clients, you know. You know, your clients may be very few. Your clients may be your, the agriculturists or some of those people. But you must have a wide knowledge of the people, and that would help you in course of time. Talking about the language, somebody, his PRO told him, you speak in Telugu. So to Mr. Mahesh Babu, good, your mother tongue you must respect, and you must develop some knowledge of the mother tongue. But my advice to you is, especially because most of us have come from the middle class, lower middle class and all that, try to learn English as much as possible. Try to speak in English, because you are in an all India service. You are not in state service. So whether you are in the police or in the IAS or whatever it is, even in the central services, you would be posted in Nagpur, you would be posted in Manipur, you would have. So you must learn, and fortunately or unfortunately, English happens to be the common language. And if you are an ambitious person, Indian administration does not stop with Delhi. You know, there are so many international posts. World Bank jobs, United Nations jobs, and so many organizations of the UNO and all that, and without English. And not only that, even as a health secretary, as a finance secretary, as some other secretary, you have to interact with the people abroad, with other governments and all that. You can't do unless your English is good. So I think you concentrate on the English also. Then coming to the people, second one is treat people with dignity, especially the people who are your subordinates and the common run of the people. Do you know one of the worst criticisms against IAS? In fact, there was an article recently in Hindu, some of you must still be reading Hindu, by the former CBI director, I forget his name, and he has said, no, the shape of the country, he was talking about it, the shape of the civil service, how the new civil servants would be shaped and all that. Two comments about the Indian civil service are, before talking about the civil service, let me talk about the politicians. You have to work with politicians most of the time, political bosses. Now, what is the reputation of politicians in this country? Is it very high? Suppose you have to rank from 1 to 20. Where would you keep their reputation, their honesty, their this one and all that? I think it comes somewhere right at the bottom, And what is the reputation of civil servants? I think it comes somewhere close there. I mean, if they are at 20th rank, your number would be 19 or 18 or some such thing, But all of you are a sort of aspiring civil servants. You have spent so much of your time, you got into the IAS or into the IPS and all that. Why did you join? You ask a politician, would anybody say, he would all say, yeah, for public service, for doing service to the nation, to serve the nation. But we all know how many of them serve the nation. IAS should not become, or civil service should not become like that. Now, in the interviews, one of the questions they always ask you is, why are you joining this service? Especially if you are in some other job, if you are an engineer, leaving that job and then coming into here. The stock answer is, sir, I want to serve the nation. Now, isn't anybody else serving the nation? A teacher, a lawyer, a doctor, a railwayman, aren't they serving the nation? So, let's not cheat ourselves saying that we have joined the service. We have essentially, I including, everybody including, because it is a prestigious service. It is the top of the government jobs. And then there is the job security. People respect you because of your rank. IAS makes the, IAS and IPS makes your life. If you have those three words, there's a passport, for you, for everything. Let that not happen. Remember, IAS, IPS, I am talking about even the central services, they are called Indian civil service. It is Indian in outlook, not state, not narrow, not your village, not your friends, not your Jatwalas, Kamma, Kapu or something. So it is basically an Indian, this one, and it is service. It is not a force. So it is a service motto has always to be there, in this one. And because you are a civil servant, you are called civil service. Because he is in police, it's called police service. So always remember these three words. I stands for Indian and S stands for service. Let this be your motto, So if this reputation has to change, why did this reputation come? They know that you are the most brilliant people, you have passed the examination and all that. But because of lack of access to people, you don't permit them, you don't meet them. And if you meet, you are haughty, as headstrong, as that is the word he has used. And the commissioner has summed up very well. He said, keep a level head, cool head, and let your feet be firmly on the ground. I think he has summed it up extremely well, So being firmly on the ground means what? As I said, ground conditions, talking to those people and all that. Now, getting the work done, what are the pluses, what are the minuses of this? And how would you analyze it? You have to have knowledge. That's why when you get into a new job, the first 6 months you have to slog. You have to get all your doubts cleared from anybody, under secretary, joint secretary, technical expert, whoever it is. Go and meet some of the industry fellows, make some friends with the industry. But you must understand the subject. If you don't understand the subject, they would take you for a ride. They would say, hey, isko kuch malum nahi hai, so I can easily handle him. You know, that is the one. One more thing I want to tell you is, you have 35 years of service to go. And these 35 years, you should not just coast along in the sense, Mambi Chalai also ran. You must build a reputation for yourself. How would you build your reputation? Oh, I am a great man, I am wonderful. By your saying, nothing would happen. People at large should know what type of a man you are, whether you are a corrupt man, whether you are an honest man, whether you are a sympathetic man, you listen to people and all that. So that's how, and you don't yield to unnecessary pressures from the politicians. So these are the type of things that build your reputation. And as people say, your reputation travels much faster than you. If you are transferred from one district to another, before you go there, they know what type of a officer he is, whether he can be easily captured or whether he is going to be tough. So that reputation has to be built, and once the reputation is built, nothing can touch you, let me tell you. No evil can touch you. And it is not easy to build that reputation. So try to be true to your job, and it is tough, let me tell you. There are challenges. Not only challenges from the political bosses, political gundas, I would call some of them, you know, their henchmen and all that, not only from them, but from big businesses. They would come and try to this. Your own colleagues, above, below you, next to you, they would also try to influence you. And then unfortunately in India, there are so many services, you know, technical services, central services. This fellow does not like the other chap. IAS fellow does not like the IPS man. IPS fellow does not like the IAS man. Both of them do not like income tax fellow. That fellow does not like you. So these are the type of things which go on. That's why I mentioned to you right in the beginning, in your foundational course, make good friendship with those people. Whatever service is. Even if military lands and cantonment estate service also is as important as anything else. So this would be in good state. So the service, these things are there. In the IAS also there are promoted state quota and some other quota. And then central secretariat service, there are people there. And there are scientists, there are technocrats. And you have to deal with all of them. So you need, what is important is, the crux is leadership. How does the leadership come? Because you can't do anything alone. It's always a group which is working for you. Engineers working in the software area would know. You have a group. The group has to perform. Even if they perform at 80%, 60% efficiency is much better than one performing at 100% efficiency. So, you know, don't get into these service jealousies and all those things. He is low, he is better. Now, last one point I wanted to mention. I slightly differ from what Mr. Mahesh has said. This is about people trying 7 times, 6 times and all that. My own, this one is, you may accept or you may not accept. Okay, you may try a maximum of 3 times. You have tried once, twice, thrice. And if you get into some service, don't give up that service and then try to go again, and the fifth one to get into the IAS or IPS. Because I tell you why. In the process, you have lost 3 years of seniority. You would have been in service. If you had accepted the first one, central services, let us say income tax has come. You get into the IAS, you try 4 times. Now, at the 4th time, you have been selected. By that time, you are 4 years junior. You have lost. And then you would retire 4 years earlier than other fellows. You would never reach the top. So, and between one service and another service, there is hardly any difference in terms of salary. There may be a marked 50 rupees extra for an IAS fellow or 25 rupees extra to an IPS man compared to the others. It's as small as that. Otherwise, the scales are almost uniform. He may get a promotion 1 year later. But that is the one. But if you lose the service, I mean, give up the and then keep on trying and you may not never get. So 3 attempts you can make. But I think you must call it a day. There is another reason why I tell you that. People, especially engineers and all that, if you keep on trying for 6 years, 7 years, desperate cases, okay. But what is happening is you become a back number. You know, what have you done with your life for 7 years or 6 years? And it's a valuable life. Now, if you are in some other job, you are not doing, justice to that job. If you are an engineer, continuing a software, some engineer somewhere and all that. So my advice is, try 3 times. If you don't improve your this one, that is your luck. And there are brilliant people in these services also who have come up. Railway engineer, everybody talks in the country about who is that Konkan railway man? Sridhar. Now, scientific administrators, there are so many brilliant people. Vikram Sarabhai, so and so, J. Baba, so many people, brilliant chaps. Abdul Kalam himself and all that. So, I think that's all I wanted to tell you. Nothing more than that. Just let me see one more thing. Right. I have to give one final piece of advice, and that is, remember that you are not the most brilliant person. You are not the most intelligent person. There are brilliant and intelligent persons than you. If you are so brilliant, why did you fail in the first attempt? Why did you come in the third attempt? But you are the luckiest person to be in the service. So thank God that because of your background, your parents this one, and your friends this one, and guidance by people like Mahesh, got into the service, you are lucky. You are luckier than the others. The other fellows who did not get in are no less intelligent than you, or no less brilliant than you. Only thing is, they are not that intelligent. So keep that in mind as this one. Second thing is, in the Indian High Commission. And the High Commissioner used to call, every month he would have a dinner, and he would call the curator of the Victoria and Albert Museum, the British Museum, and then some professor from Oxford, some other cricketer and all that. I said, sir, what are these? Why are we interacting with them? He said, no, they are the opinion makers also. So, in favor of India and all that. So you must do that.